Hey guys, it's Peyton, and today I'm going to be talking about the series / trilogies / duologies that I want to begin in 2018. These are basically series that I've been wanting to start for ages, and I'm only mentioning books that I already own because there's a bunch more that I don't own that I would love to start, but that would be a humongous video, so we're just gonna stick with the books that I already have. So let's get right into the video. The first series I'm going to mention is the A Darker Shade of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. I really want to read this because everyone raves about how amazing it is. It is about, I believe, alternate London, and people are passing through them. That's basically all I know, other than I really like V.E. Schwab or Victoria Schwab as a person. She's really cool. I follow her on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram, and I find her really inspiring and such a cool person, so I'd love to give her books a try. Basically all of her books. I want to give them a try because I own 3 of them and I still haven't read them. And one of those books that I also own by her is another series, This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I believe this is the first book in the Monsters of Verity duology. I believe that's the name of it, but if I completely butchered that, oops, I'm sorry. I just know this is about monsters. That's all I really know, other than so many people are loving it and saying it's absolutely amazing, so I need to jump on board. I also want to read the archived, but I have too many books by her on this list. The next book is The Raven Cycle. The first book in this is called The Raven Boys. It's the only one I own. I want to read this because, again, so many people have loved this series and said how amazing the characters are and how weird the story is and how you just can't stop reading it. I want to understand what everyone's talking about, so I need to give this series a read. I really don't know anything about this other than the main character's name is Blue and her mother is a fortune teller. I think that's what it is, and she somehow teams up with these boys known as the Raven Boys. Stuff happens. By the way, I'm wearing some Christmas lights. I think they're so cute. Next trilogy I've owned for so many years and I have not picked it up. Legend by Marie Lu. Though I'm not really in the mood for anything dystopian because this is dystopian. I've read so many dystopian in life that I'm done. But everyone says this book is worth picking up and that you will find it really enjoyable. And I've met her before briefly. I found her on the street at Yalfest and I was like, hey, she seems like a really cool person, and so many people have loved this and said, Peyton, you need to read it, so I need to read it. I know I do. And some of this is printed in gold. I don't know if that's gonna hurt my eyes or not. Oops, I dropped my book. The next book is the first book in a series that I said in a video I was going to read in 2017. I didn't. Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead. This is the companion series to Vampire Academy. Vampire Academy I loved in middle school. It was so good. And I've heard a lot of people think that this series, the Bloodlines series, is even better than the Vampire Academy series. That sounds amazing. It's urban fantasy about vampires and alchemists. That's really all I know, other than it takes place in the Vampire Academy world, which has vampires and vampire protectors, and I loved those books. So I've been meaning to read the companion series for a long time, and I have to do it in 2018 or I don't know who I am anymore. The next book is another book I said I was going to read in 2017. Didn't happen. Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I believe this is a trilogy and it is composed of weird files and it's a sci-fi sort of weird crazy book that everyone says is amazing, and I'm interested to see if I feel the same because I really don't know what this book is about other than the weird crazy formats that everyone finds so encapsulating. This seems really cool and I've had it probably since the first week it came out, and the 3rd book is coming out soon. That's not good. The next book has had a lot of buzz around it recently because the 2nd book in the series trilogy, I don't really know what it is, has come out. The first book is called Vengence Road by Aaron Bowman. This book is a young adult western and that's legit all I know about it. It intrigues me enough and I think this cover is really interesting, and I've heard pretty good things about this, especially about the 2nd book. A lot of people are enjoying this trilogy series. I don't know what it is, but I've never read a western. It seems like a good place to start here. The next series is one I've heard so many good things about over the years, and it is the Poison Study series by Maria V. Schneider. This book is about a girl who is sentenced to death or she can become a poison tester, and she decides to become a poison tester and take her chances doing that. I think that sounds like an interesting plot to me, and Sasha over at Book Utopia has really enjoyed this series, and I believe Reagan at Peruse Project has also enjoyed this, so that's the reason why I bought this a while ago, and that's the reason why I also want to read it, because it sounds so cool, and I probably wouldn't have heard about it if it wasn't for them. The next book is horrible because I bought it because the author is beautiful. Pierce Brown's book, Red Rising. I feel like most of us that's been on the booktube community for a while has seen Pierce Brown around in the booktube community, and he's a beautiful man, and we can all agree on that. He seems like a really cool dude, and he's a beautiful man. I decided to pick up his book, and I've heard so many amazing things about it too, so I think this is a win. But I want to read this. This is a trilogy, and I believe he's about to come out with a companion series to this, and he's going to have a movie, I think. This is a sort of dystopian thing, but not really, and I believe it takes place on Mars, or am I completely wrong on that? Oh, I see the word Mars, so I think I'm going somewhere. I've nearly picked this up so many times, and I think it's time in 2018 to start this and devour it, because I'm sure it's amazing, as everyone says it is. The next book is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This has a trilogy of companion novels that interconnect with each other, I believe. Haven't read a single one of them, but it starts off with this one, and I've heard so many things about this book and how cute it is and how lovely of a romance it is. Ignore the terrible title because I don't like it. I feel awkward about bringing this to school with me. I probably shouldn't feel bad about it, but I kind of feel awkward. I know this takes place in Paris. That's why I need to read it. The next book is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. This is a trilogy or series, I believe. I own this book and the second book. I forgot what the series is called. I feel like it's the Gemma Doyle series, or did I create that out of nothing? I know this has something to do with an academy, and things go on from there, and powers, I think. Something magical is going on here, and I would like to read it. So many people have recommended Libba Bray to me, and I also am interested in reading The Diviners, but I don't own it, so it's not on this list. But Emma Books has been raving about The Diviners recently, and it's got me pumped to go get it. The next book is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. So many people love this book, and it's trilogy. They talk about the beautiful writing and the crazy world. I don't really know anything about this, other than the main character has blue hair. That's really all I know about it, but I know there's some sort of magical world involved and beautiful writing, like I said. Last series that I'm going to mention, even though there's many more that I could mention, but this video feels long, so this is all I'm doing. An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. Literally haven't even taken the sticker off that I've gotten 2 years ago. I haven't even taken the sticker off, and when I start reading something, I take the sticker off. This came out in 2015. I guess this is almost 3 years ago. This is horrible. I bought this when it just came out, and everyone was buzzing about how good it was, and I keep saying that about every book, like, oh my god, everyone says it's so good. I need to read it. I do need to read it. I need to read it. I need to feel educated in this. I have so many chances I could have met Sabah, and I haven't because I don't understand the love for the books yet because I haven't read them, and I want to read them and meet her one day after I actually read the books, because I feel bad when I meet an author when I haven't actually read them. So those are all the series, trilogies, and duologies that I'm going to be mentioning today. I really am excited about reading them, and I need to stick to it. I need to read more in 2018 because I really have not read much this year. It has been a stressful year, but I wish I had read more. I always feel better when I am reading avidly, and I need that in my life. It's getting back in my life. I love that. It's at the end of the year that it randomly came back. I can't host a booktube channel and not read, I feel. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like it, comment down below. Have a good day. Please subscribe. Follow all of my social medias that are linked down below. Make sure to click the bell button, which is right beside the subscribe button that you should have already clicked, and goodbye.